Hi, everybody. My name is Yaniv, and I'm the music director of the New Bedford Symphony Orchestra.
And my name is Terry, and I'm the education director for the New Bedford Symphony Orchestra. And today we're going to explore a connection between birds and music.
Terry, are we going to tweet about it? Get it? Tweet. I thought it was a good joke.
Wow.
Well, I prepared it. I worked on it for a long time.
Yeah, that was a good way to start. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to be exploring different bird flight patterns, and then we're going to hear music that moves just like those patterns. So let's get started.
Okay,
Our first flight pattern is flap and glide. So flapping is the up and down motion of the bird's wings, and glides are when the bird's wings are extended and still. So by alternating between the flapping and the glides, the birds are able to travel for longer distances because they're able to take breaks from the constant flapping motion. So birds like tree swallows will follow the flap and glide motion. While we can see flap and glide flight patterns in birds traveling through the sky, we can also hear flap and glide patterns through music.
I'm going to play for you a piece by Strauss called The Acceleration Waltz. And this music represents the flap and glide bird pattern. The flapping part is represented by repeated notes that are close to each other, like this. Sounds like flapping. And the gliding part is represented by long sustained notes. So here's the acceleration waltz, and you'll be able to hear and see the flap and glide bird pattern.
So our next flight pattern is moth-like flight. So birds like the common nighthawk will fly through the sky while chasing insects to eat. So this creates a very erratic flight where the bird will change directions very quickly and very suddenly.
Terry and I are now going to play for you together a piece written by Brahms for two pianists who play at the same time. And this is a waltz. And in this music, Brahms wrote a melody that has quick and sudden changes, kind of like the Mothlike flying pattern.
Okay, our next flight pattern is going to be static soaring. Birds like the turkey vulture will spread their wings and soar in a spiral motion as they ascend through the sky. And their wings will actually form like a V shape, angling up at the tips as they spiral around.
Now Terry and I are going to play for you another waltz by Brahms. And you know, a waltz is actually when the music is grouped in threes, in three pauses. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When 1 is the first and the strongest beat, and 2, 3 are kind of pulling us back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that represents the static soaring of the flying pattern. Piece is by Scott Joplin. Scott Joplin was an African-American composer who is also known as the King of Rag because he wrote a lot of beautiful music in the style of ragtime. Ragtime is actually the earliest form, one of the earliest forms of jazz music. So I'm going to play for you Ragtime by Scott Joplin that is called The Silver Swan. Now, this is obviously a reference to birds, but we don't know exactly what inspired Scott Joplin in writing this piece. It could be just that the title is nice. Sometimes composers did that to attract attention. And actually, this ragtime was never published during Scott Joplin's time. It was only published after he died when it was found accidentally in an old garage. So here is Scott Joplin's Silver Swan Rag. if you want to hear more music with birds in it, or music that is inspired by birds, you can hear, for example, The Lark Ascending by Vaughan Williams, Beethoven's Sixth Symphony, the Pastoral Symphony, there are birds there. There are birds in Vivaldi's The Fourth Season. There's a piece called The Birds by Respighi, a lot of pieces. Whoa, what was that?
I think it's one of your bird friends. I hope that you will come and visit the New Bedford Symphony Orchestra website, because we're going to be dedicating a whole page of our website to bird flight patterns explored through music. There'll be this video and some other videos you can check out. And in about another month, we should have a video game there where you can create your own flap and glide patterns and hear your music performed for you. So I hope that you'll check back at our website to learn more about the connection between bird flight and music. And Yaniv, thanks so much for joining me today. We had a good time.
Thank you, Terry. It was a lot of fun.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.